How's your week going so far? Happy summer. Um, I wanted to jump on and talk about how to build valuable relationships on LinkedIn. I was asked that question earlier on. How do you build relationships on LinkedIn with thought leaders and decision makers? So, the first thing I do is if I find someone who looks really interesting to me, what I will do is I will go to their profile and I will ring their bell. So I'm just going to share my screen and show you how to do that so that you can see. So I'm going to use Louise McDonald as an example. So I'm going to share my screen. And what we're going to do is we are going to go into her profile. And you can see here Louise's profile. She has a great book out, social media planner as well. You can have a look at that. But this is Louise, right? And the thing about this is if you want to build a relationship with Louise, you just click the little bell here. There's a bell here beside her profile. And if you click all notifications, you will get notified every time she posts. Now, LinkedIn can be a bit glitchy. It doesn't always work, but I noticed that I would get my notifications here then every time Louise posts a post. And what I do then is I already have a relationship with Louise actually, but what I would do then is I would comment on her posts, have a look and see, what's she posting now that I can comment on, that I can add a useful comment to. Because your comments actually, you can see your impressions of your comments and make your comment not just, oh, well done or congratulations or whatever, like make it really something interesting that you can add to the conversation. And then another little tip is if you see someone that you want to build a relationship with and you see they're speaking at an event, there's a little trick for you. Okay, so what I do is if they're speaking at an event, I will take a picture and I will take some notes of what they said, if they said something cool, and I would quote that, and then I would share it on LinkedIn. And I'd say, look, there's Tix. Hi, nice to see you. What I would do is I would share it and I would do a post saying, oh, it was great to go to this event and such, Louise said this, which I thought was really good. And the reason I liked it is because blah, blah, blah. And put the picture of Louise up or send her a message saying, here, I took this today. You might like it. Because think about it. A lot of people that go to speak at stages, they're just going there and they're going to speak on the stage and then they might not have somebody with them. So the fact that you got a photo of them, it will make their day. They'd be like, oh, thanks very much for taking the picture. They might share it on their LinkedIn. So it's another little tip to build that relationship and to build a trust as well, because you're doing something nice for them that they weren't expecting. So surprise and delight your customers always. So if you have someone that you think you would like to have a call with, like think of it as someone that you would like to have a meeting with, someone you'd like to have a cup of coffee with. So what you would do is you would engage with them, engage with their posts, and maybe you come across something that maybe they're an expert in, let's say digital twinning or something, and you see an article about digital twinning. Well, Naeem Attah, for example, I would say to him, oh, here's a really good article. You might like this, and things like that. And give them some value as well. So let's say you launch something that they spoke about before. So I think this happened to me before actually. Someone was talking about, someone that I had my eye on was talking about social media for CEOs. Right. So I actually had a speaker at my social media fest that was going to be speaking about CEOs, social media for CEOs. So they actually ended up buying a ticket. So things like that, it's about adding value, sharing your knowledge, looking out for opportunities that you might have something in common with them, for example. And they're human. Don't forget, these leaders are human. So treat them like humans. They are human beings, and you might see something in one of their posts, or maybe they're not posting at all. So if you go to their profile and they're not posting at all, another good thing is to go to other people that are in that company that might be posting and build relationships with them. So, sometimes people say, well, I can't get to the person, the CEO is not on social media, which, by the way, is really, I highly recommend that the CEO is on social media, especially LinkedIn, because it's a great opportunity for you to show your authority, get leads, because people buy from people. People usually will listen to the CEO and what they have to say. And, if you're a CEO in a company, Another thing I would recommend is, like, think about it this way. If you're posting, think about the younger version of you, how much they can learn from you and how much your team can learn from you. Like, if you're saying, oh, the team is not, engaging with the LinkedIn page and they're not sharing stuff, are you? Like, lead by example. You be the leader and show them, what they should be doing, and then they will follow your lead. So that's one thing as well. And company pages is another thing. LinkedIn company pages. Have a look. If you're the CEO, have a look at your company LinkedIn company page. Is it just posting stuff and not getting engagement? Are there case studies there? Are you sharing good news about the company? Are you highlighting employees? Like, there's so much you can do. Have you got a LinkedIn newsletter for your company page? Like, I see so many people, they just have a company page and they just post and they just ghost, they just leave. Whereas if you have a company page as well, are the people on the company page, are they engaging with the comments? Because if you have a company page, it's a great way to show your increased visibility, show your authority, get leads. So don't forget about your LinkedIn company page as well. So yeah, it's really, I think a lot of people do struggle with, how do I reach out to leaders and how do I reach out to the CEO or the decision maker? And sometimes if they aren't on social media, go to the other people in the company and build relationships with them. Like, don't forget, we're all, like, at the moment in the world, it's very uncertain. There are a lot of people struggling, a lot of people suffering. And, people won't post about that on LinkedIn. You're not going to see someone posting about, I'm having a terrible week, or I'm burnt out, or, I'm struggling this week. They're not going to post that. Not really. So if you can add hope, help someone learn something new, be kind, and highlight the positive stuff that's going on, and highlight people. If you highlight your clients, highlight the people, the employees. If you highlight them, you will stand out on LinkedIn. So I just wanted to say that the first thing is the bell. Ring the bell at the person who you want to engage with and you want to build a relationship with. Take it to PM or DM, private message, and then take it to a Zoom call or a cup of tea. Like, I had examples there of I built a relationship with someone, and we ended up meeting up, and we didn't just go for coffee, we went fishing. So it's like, make an effort, build that relationship. You just don't know where that next valuable relationship is going to take you to. So have a great day, and I hope this was useful. And if you're interested, I have a workshop coming up, and it's all about LinkedIn pages and how to improve their visibility and engage with your employees as well. So I'll put the link in here afterwards. Thanks.